Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is many a true nerd, and welcome to The Descendant, a little indie game that I recently became aware of, which is basically, as I understand it, like a Telltale-style episodic narrative game, but in a Fallout-style universe, which is such a good idea. I don't know why no one's done it before. The other thing I know about this, because I've been deliberately trying to avoid information about it, because narrative episodic games, the less you know, the better in some ways, is they've kind of got a dual protagonist thing going on, so a bit like Broken Age, I guess, where one of your protagonists is investigating a vault that seems to have gone dark and potentially something has gone horribly, horribly wrong. Again, very Fallout style. And the other character is earlier in time in that vault in better days. So you've kind of got the mystery unfolding with the aftermath of it, but also what happened during it. And I'm very, very excited, and this looks really, really cool. So let's dive in and see how this goes, shall we? Before the End of the World, Arc 1. And it's all a bit cel-shaded. It is all a little bit The Walking Dead in its visual style.
Don't you take another step! You're not who I was expecting.
The other guy got reassigned. I'm Mia Howard. Check your file. HQ should have confirmed a few hours ago.
Everyone's even dressed in kind of Vault-Tec blue.
Alright, hurry up.
And it is all very the opening of Fallout 4. It's the day the world ended. And things are getting nasty just outside Arc 01.
It was 20 years ago today, scientists confirmed we could not reverse the damage done to the climate. Officials have now announced they will present their
through greed and fear.
An inside source.
We destroyed our world.
Human and ruthless. Looting continues as food supplies run short. This is thought to be the direct result of government officials announcing last week that food rations would be cut.
We destroyed each other.
Today's peace talks between the three superpowers broke down and left the world wondering what immediate effects this would have. As tensions now rise to a new level never before experienced.
Only the strongest nations had a hope of surviving the war.
Tries to change the status quo. The resource war broke out 11 years.
No one was surprised when the world ended. There was only one thing that no one expected. That the world would one day start again.
So The Descendant Episode 1 Aftermath. Centuries later in Alaska. Descendants remaining unknown.
Can't this thing go any faster?
From 7 billion people, only 4,000 were selected to survive the end of the world. Do you have to run over them?
What? It's not like they give a shit.
And somehow, this guy was one of them. Randolph Jefferson III. The senator before the bombs dropped, in case his sense of civic duty wasn't clear. Those 4,000 descendants of humanity were cryogenically preserved, hidden in underground bunkers until the surface was safe. Centuries passed. The surface became safe. The bunkers opened, and the descendants began to rebuild. But one bunker remained sealed. Arc 01. So I volunteered to find out why.
HQ, this is Search.
Go ahead, Search Team.
We're at 01's outer gate, ready to blow it off its hinges when you are.
Roger that. On my mark. In 3, 2, 1.
And tap E. Mark 1 gets blown up. Or not. Oh yes, good, good. So centuries after Mia Howard walked through these doors, we now follow.
Admit it. This feels like you're going home, doesn't it?
Let's just get this over with. But if there was even a chance that anyone was still alive, the Descendants or the Janitors watching over them, then any risk was worth taking.
HQ, this is Search. We're past the outer gate, in the descent tunnel now.
Roger that, search team. And Randolph,
Yeah?
watch yourself out there. You know what's at stake.
A two-man search team. Him, a VIP, and me, a nobody. Expendable.
You can't be that expendable. You were flipping one of the 4,000 chosen. Ooh, slow down or... Yeah, slow down a little.
Randolph, slow down.
HQ. Remind Donnie, are we to take our time or get those Descendants out ASAP?
Randolph, I believe it's difficult. The equation you know what it's capable of. Good luck.
That good enough for you?
One gate down. One to go. The only obstacle standing between us and adding another 108 of humanity's finest to our ranks.
So who's this guy then? Because he must have been important enough to be saved.
HQ, we're at the inner gate. Please advise. HQ, do you copy? Shit. Think you can get us past this?
That's why I'm here, isn't it?
I'll see if I can get this long-range radio working. Just hurry up. Those poor bastards have waited long enough.
Ah, so my character will be an engineer in that case, I'm guessing. So the way we move around is it's kind of traditional, it's kind of traditional point-and-clicky kind of stuff. Lovely. I'm guessing I can, like, speak to this guy just by heading over to him.
Randall's trying to get the radio working. Good luck with that.
Yep, you are very deep underground, in fact. So yeah, you can kind of look at things.
We're only here to tell everyone it's safe to leave, but still, can't help but feel unprepared.
See, I'm also very curious about what they were saying about janitors. Janitors and Descendants, suggesting, well, to my mind, Descendants will be the ones who are cryogenically frozen. The Janitors, the ones who kind of were assigned to keep watch over them. So presumably, the Janitors weren't cryogenically frozen. They were just part of a... they were kind of part of the group that presumably just had to breed, repopulate as they went along. So they're presumably still there too, but presumably you'd have picked relatively qualified people there, scientists and so forth, so still useful. Now we've got, the vault door itself. Let's have a look, see if we can figure out anything about that.
The last line of defense against the outside world. I need to hurry up and get it open.
Well, big box over on this side. That feels like a good place to start. Yeah, look over at the vault panel. Anything we can do in here? You might be an engineer or an electrician or something like that. The access panel is rusted shut. Okay. A toolbox right here. And a crowbar. Perfect. That'll do. One crowbar. Crowbar acquired. Lovely. So yeah, it's kind of fairly traditional, old school adventure game style logic. Point and click, find things, interact, all that good stuff. And the crowbar. Perfect. So the computer, however, requires power. Okay. Well, I can't help but notice there is, in fact, a cable coming out of the bottom of it, heading over in this direction. There we are. One generator. Perfect. Can we just turn that on? Generator. Fuel tank is empty. Well, that's okay. I've got gasoline on my truck. I saw it there earlier. Yep, there's some gasoline right on my truck. Grab that, shove it in the generator, turn on the computer. Perfect. So, fuel goes in generator. Generator starts running. That should get the computer going very, very nicely. And then over here, let's see if we happen to know... Presumably my character would know the access codes, but I would have been sent with the access codes, right?
I think I got it.
You waiting for a written invitation?
Helmets on. Until we know what's happening there, we can't take any chances.
So, just a quick, simple little introduction to how the game's pointy, clicky, inventory stuff works. All makes sense. Question is, was Mia a Descendant or a Janitor? Presumably a Descendant, otherwise there's... Oh, unless of course they're not supposed to ever meet.
Finally. What the hell?
You're waiting here, Senator. We've got no idea what we're walking into there, and you're not exactly...
What? I'm not exactly what?
And you're not expendable, you're a liability, you're not a team player. You're not expendable, you're kind of important, I guess.
You want to be a leader, don't you? Maybe even president. People need that, so you're not exactly expendable. But I am. Look, for all we know, it could be dangerous in there. Now, that long-range radio worked up top, right?
Yes. Did.
So you stay put.
Who the hell do you think you're talking to?
Someone with far more to lose than me. Keep your short-range radio on. If anything happens to me, you can easily get back topside and contact HQ.
Can't argue with that.
It is incredibly Telltale game, isn't it? Just with the so-and-so will remember that, all of that stuff. Very, very cool. I like it. I want a Telltale game. I really want a Telltale game set in flipping the Fallout verse. That's fantastic. So now, we just head over here. Service elevator presumably not working, I'm guessing.
Service elevator. Must have been used for moving cargo. Might be worth checking out before we get the hell out of here.
Okay, but apparently not just yet. For now, the priority is find our way down here. Oh, no, a sign.
Well, it'd be shamed if you forced our way into the wrong arc.
Yep, Arc 1. That's where we apparently want to go, where the only person we know who was here was Mia.
So how long have I got to wait out here?
However long it takes to confirm the facility's safe. We were frozen for centuries. What's another hour?
Fine. Whatever gets the Descendants out of here.
And the janitors.
They're not the priority.
What are the janitors exactly? Presumably the janitors are still people, and then can't interact with anything but the door.
After getting into the facility, it was meant to be easy. Find the Ark's janitors, have them wake up the Descendants, then get the hell out of Dodge. If only it was that simple.
Ah, and here's Mia stepping through the same walkway.
You're lucky I didn't shoot you back there.
What with your little clipboard? You been here long?
Couple of days. Getting things set up. Almost everyone who got chosen is already here.
How many Descendants are allocated here?
We got 108 so far. And this facility is something else, believe me. It's gonna be one of the government's most advanced underground bunkers. You know, once they finish building it. Don't pull that face. It's a work in progress. By the time the construction team are done updating this place, it's gonna be like something from the future. Even the system monitoring this place, the equations are so advanced, it's... Shit, sorry. I totally forgot. I'm Silas, a janitor, same as you. I'm a physician, so it's my duty to keep the Descendants alive and well.
I'm Mia, but you already knew that.
What about you? What's your area of expertise?
And general mechanics, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering. Oh, I don't know, I'll say electrical engineering because that sounds cooler.
Me? Electrical engineering.
I guess your job then will be looking after the Ark itself. It's a big responsibility.
Huh. Never thought I'd grow up to be a janitor.
Yeah, that makes two of us. It's okay. It's okay. We're near a fault line, so we should expect little earthquakes sometimes. This place has been built to stand up to anything and everything Mother Nature can throw at us. I assure you.
Well, I do get the feeling that's the bombs dropping.
No. This is really happening now. Mia, this isn't an earthquake.
Are those explosions? All those people!
We gotta go. Now!
So you were a janitor too, right?
Yeah. I made sure folks like you stayed safe and sound. Humanity's so-called finest.
Donnie, the sacrifices you janitors made, safeguarding the next chapter of the human race. Well, I am in debt to you, and the people like you. We all are.
He just went full politician on me.
He had a habit of speaking like he rehearsed it.
Yep, just like he rehearsed it. Full-on politician. So, both me and Mia were janitors. That presumably means I was born inside whatever arc I was part of. And Mia, when she checked into Arc 1, well, she just thought she was here to kind of take care of it, but it wasn't actually supposed to be. Though there was rioting outside because the resource wars were on, she didn't know the bombs were falling. The bombs just happened to fall just after she got inside by coincidence. Okay, so we're telling the two stories simultaneously. Very cool. The question then would be... Oh, sorry, my mistake. Presumably, you've got to turn that around with some E-hammering. Presumably, Mia must be long dead because she wasn't... Yeah, she was a janitor. Then that would logically mean that she was... If it's centuries passing, there must have just been a breeding program that occurred in the arc itself just to keep new janitors coming along, I guess. And he must have been one of the, you know, the final generations from his arc, and she was the first generation in hers.
Where are you now?
Some access corridor. Everything's powered down.
But the Ark systems are still running, right?
Seems that way. Once I find the janitor's quarters, see if anyone's home, we'll know for sure.
Okay, anything I can interact with around here? One door there. Don't go through that just yet. I want to check if there's anything else around here. So we've got one door up that way. And then a whole bunch of supplies. But nothing. Go around here, see if we've got a better camera angle around here. Nope. Just that one door in that case. So yeah. Now I'm kind of curious to get Mia's take of being a janitor. She's not just signed up to the engineering job. She has signed up to... Well, she's expected to breed. To keep new janitors coming in. Very odd position. One door there. Yep. And then anything around here? Nope. Though there's a first aid kit there. Nope. Can't interact with that. Just another door.
Randolph, you read me?
Like an open book, pal. You find them?
Yeah. You could say that.
Blood on the window. Okay, back to Mia in that case. What happened the day the bombs fell? 3 years after the world ended. Janitor quarters. 108 descendants remaining. Okay, so... Ah! The descendants were indeed... Oh! So they were frozen still, just on a short-term basis. And hibernation sickness is apparently not fun.
That nausea is totally normal, by the way. Once you use the anesthetic compound, the sickness should subside. In time. Okay. Gotta find out why the Ark woke us up. All the cryotank bays look okay. It's been... If this is right, it's been 3 years. You should check the maintenance logs on the computer. Our cryotanks only open when something needs to be fixed. We need to figure out what it is.
Check the maintenance logs. Got it.
Give her a second. She was just vomiting on the ground there. So, okay, so janitors were frozen too. It's just that the descendants themselves were kept locked away kind of without question until the Earth was ready. But the janitors, their things kind of popped open the moment anything went wrong. It was still an automated system. Bit risky, but I guess it's a little bit less weird than hiring engineers and saying, by the way, do you consent to being paired off with someone so you can produce babies so there can be more janitors? And there's my cryotank. Good old cryotank.
Being in that cryotank, it felt like I just blinked. I guess I'll get used to it someday.
So she stepped in the tank and then it was just 3 years later, a moment later. Oh, I can go to the bathroom, clean myself up a bit. Good. In the bathroom, you've got this rather lovely little shower cubicle here. And a cubicle itself. You know what? I'd say let her go to the bathroom.
At least it was nearby.
So we've got a bathroom right here, but it looks like right now, at least for the moment, nothing we need to do there, including this little shower. I hope that kind of frosts or closes or something. I don't really want to just kind of, you know, step into this shower and use it when that door's right there and clearly has a window in it, but alright, fine.
I guess the menu's gonna be pretty basic for a while.
So we've got a whole bunch of emergency rations over on the shelf there. This door we cannot go through.
Well, at least there's something to do during downtime.
So the implication seems to be janitors might be expected potentially for long periods to just, you know, hang around and read books and stuff if need be. Okay, so this computer will be where I'm supposed to be going, figuring out what's wrong with the Ark.
I've checked on the Descendants. They seem okay. Must be something wrong with Ark.
Okay, What have we got? Code 1471 WHR.
So you know what you need to do?
Check on the water heating system. Should be straightforward.
And there should be some clean overalls in your locker.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Some fresh clothes might not be a bad idea.
Much better.
I don't know. Chunks of vomit were supposed to be very in this season.
So, I know this is all new. Is there anything you want me to explain real quick before you go?
Where do I need to go? What are my duties? You staying here? Yeah, what exactly are my duties? So admittedly, you didn't even know what my job was earlier, so I'm not sure how you're going to tell me that, but let's go for it.
My head's still a bit fuzzy. Just so we're clear, my duties are...
Keeping the Ark running smoothly? I mean, that's both our jobs. But I'll focus on the Descendants, you focus on the Ark.
Got it.
Anything else?
Okay, and where exactly am I heading?
How do I get to the water heating room?
Oh yeah, go through the doors to the main corridor, and the entrance is on your right. I'll direct you from there. Just keep your radio on.
Thanks.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and you're just staying here, I'm guessing.
So, are you staying here?
Yep. The Descendants all seem fine according to the system, so I guess I can help you with your task from here. Anything else?
No, I think we're fine.
I think I got it.
Great. Here. This key card should give you full access to the Ark. Let me know if you run into any trouble.
Got it.
Okay, so I'm guessing the door we're going to is the one that is... No, not that. Head over here to this doorway here. Lovely. And then... Oh, fuse box.
I better figure out what this is. It looks important.
It's a fuse box. Pretty sure it's a fuse box. It says so on it, but we'll come back to that later. Through the door. So now we're... this is the same room that obviously in the future Donnie just got to. So we know there's only one way to go. Through the door to the main corridor. And now I've got to figure out... I didn't even see any other doors if I recall correctly. Where's the other door? So that is a ladder that goes that way. Is there anything around this side? Doesn't look like it. So I need to go and find myself, yes, to water heating. Is everything looking about the same? Because presumably it should do so. Because the only people who would have made any changes to the bunker whatsoever would be Mia and Silas. Big old red door. Water heating. Perfect. This will be exactly where we need to go then. Yep, the water heating room. This is where we want to be. C08. Perfect. Keycard. In we go.
What?
Oh, shit. Mia, something's gone wrong. That water heating error just moved to critical.
What does that mean?
That means it must be affecting some of the Descendants now. You have to hurry.
Okay, let's get in there. Fix whatever this is. This could be one of those do this right, otherwise there are consequences situations. I don't know how this game works yet. Maybe that is a thing.
This is bad. One bank of Descendants. I'm getting unknown error messages.
Unknown error messages. Oh dear. Right, I need to figure out what the problem is in a hurry. That looks like the way to go, given that that is water leaking. I am guessing. Okay. Got to figure out what's going on here. Where can we go? None of these are interactable, but I'm guessing the corridor that's full of drips and water is probably where things have gone a bit wrong. Yep, that looks like things have gone a bit wrong. Well, despite the yellow light and the dripping water, I can't find anything in this area. I need to find a different way up, because none of these are actually areas that are opening up. Right, back through the other way, even though this looks like the less dangerous one to me. Is there anything through here? Oh, an ID card. What's this?
I hope the owner of this ID card isn't still down here.
Contractor allowed into the common areas. Well, I hope he's not, because if so, he's been here for 3 bloody years. Oh, if there was a person who got trapped here, could they have deliberately sabotaged the system to get the attention of the janitors? That would kind of make sense, wouldn't it? Yes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, with our characters introduced, with our setting set, and with the context all given and the first big drama unraveling in front of us, I think I'm going to call this a part here. Because this is one of those big kind of narrative games, and when it's a big story narrative episodic game, the polite thing to the dev is for me to give a good opportunity for you guys to go and check this out if you're interested before I show the whole thing. That's just kind of polite, especially linear narrative games like this. I do like not showing too much off in the first part. So the first episode of this did indeed launch today. It is available right now. There will be a link in the description below. Tomorrow I will put up the remainder of the first episode. But if you are looking for a new kind of narrative, episodic sort of story game in the style of Telltale to kind of get into, you could probably do worse than this. From what I've seen so far, the voice work seems pretty good. The graphics seem pretty decent. I'm interested in the characters. I think they've been relatively well characterized, all things considered. So yeah, I would potentially be interested in seeing a little bit more on this, and depending on how the rest of this episode goes, I might well decide to subsequently go on to look at the subsequent episodes as they emerge, just because, if nothing else, Fallout Telltale is too good for me to ignore. So I will finish off this episode tomorrow. I may look at the subsequent episodes, and if you would like to experience this firsthand, because a game like this, if you're interested in it, it's always better to experience it yourself first, so you can go in with fresh eyes. There will be a link in the description below. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been The Descendant. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Haha, I'm a genius at time. Oh, okay, this escalated quickly. I'd like to fly your drone. What's so good about a butterfly in a bucket? What does that tell you about the human condition? Are we the butterfly and is capitalism the bucket? What happens if you go right to the back in time? The very beginning of time. Oh, you literally just burn the universe.